and community. So, tighten your sandals, fill your flask, and let's explore Nigeria's hidden gem, Owerri.
Asini vonye gabune no wanka koga. Ive solo ni lo yame. Na chukudere ano dego. Ivonye gabo ni Chineke n'aka. Morocco gaba n'iru. Ewe Ivonye gabo. Ivonye gabo denu wakoga.
Yes, let's start where all stories begin, at the beginning. Owerri is the capital of Imo State, and it is nestled in the southeastern corridor of Nigeria. She is bordered by Anambra to the north, Abia to the east, rivers to the south, and Delta to the west. Geographically, Owerri is nourished by two major rivers, the Otamiri and the Wari. These aren't just rivers, they are a symbol of fertility, spirituality, and strength. Traditionally say the rivers whispers the songs of ancestors every evening. And yes, Owerri is divided into three local government areas. We have Owerri Municipal, Owerri North, and Owerri West. Yes, remember I said this is the capital of Imo State. And it is a city of professionals, students, artists, and elders. The people speak Igbo. Yes. So our listeners listening both home and abroad, you must have heard about the Igbo language in Nigeria. So yes, this is one of the states in Nigeria that speak the Igbo language, and mostly in the melodic Owerri dialects. Now, this program will not be complete without we talking about the history of Owerri. Yes, Owerri origins date back to the 14th century, a long time ago. And it was founded by a legendary patriot named Ekwem Oha. Now, Ekwem Oha was a hunter, a farmer, and a spiritual leader who led his people to the rich valleys of today's Owerri after a long migration from the northern Igbo lands. Yes. And as the population grew, it started small, and then gradually the population began to grow. The original Owerri clan split into 5 main communities. It's very important to know more about this place. If you are coming for to explore, you have to know about the history of a place. So you won't just come blindly. You should be aware of where you are going to. And the five communities are Omororo, Onjo, Amawon, Omoonyenche, Omoodu, and Omoyima, all of which still form the backbone of Owerri Municipal. And during the colonial period, Owerri became a key administrative and military center under British rule. During the colonial period, when we were still under, before we got our independence, when we were still under the British rule, Owerri became a key administrative and military center under British rule. And due to its central location, roads, schools, and missionary churches were introduced. But the people of Owerri preserved their customs, dance, and community rituals. Despite the fact that we were under colonial, we got our independence, it didn't stop we Africans to continue practicing our customs. Like I always say on the show, this is our way of life, this is our history, our custom. These are things you cannot take away from us, no matter how much we were under the British rule. These were things that were part of us, and people were not exempted from it. They still preserved their customs, dance, and community rituals. And Owerri was also a focal point during the Nigeria Civil War in the 1967 and 1970. The city witnessed both the ravage of war and resilience of rebuilding. From ashes, Owerri rose with a greater commitment to unity, education, and cultural revival. Today, Owerri reflects its past with pride. From the ancient Mbari shrines to the colonial era, architecture still visible in the parts of the city. Yes, despite what happened in the past, during the colonial era, there's still architectures, buildings are still in this era. And Owerri is a living history, continuously shaped by both memory and movement. With over 400,000 people. Wow, this is a large number of people that are calling it home. The city maintains its warm and communal touch, and everyone from the taxi driver to the university professor wear a proud smile when you mention Owerri. Yes. Now, what are Owerri people known for? You'll be wondering what Owerri, what are they known for? Now that we have journeyed through Owerri's rich history, let's talk about what makes Owerri truly stand out. Owerri people are renowned across Nigeria and beyond for their warm hospitality and friendliness. If you visit Owerri, you won't just find a city, you will find a community that welcomes you like family. And yes, they are also known as excellent traders and entrepreneurs. With a flair for commerce and business, many Owerri indigents have made a mark in trade, ranging from local markets like Eke Uku Owerri to international business ventures. Yes, you you would know about this. These people are, in terms of trading and business, they are very good at what they do. So yes, this is what Owerri people are known for. And culturally, the Owerri people are famous for their vibrant music and dance traditions. I mean, you can listen to the music that are being played, and there's no how you would not want to, move your body. Yes, and especially the Adigbo music style, which blends rhythm, storytelling, and celebration in one energetic performance. The dance steps are lively, often performed during festivals and weddings, reflecting joy and unity. Now the Owerri women are particularly celebrated for their roles as pillars of the family and community. They are often skilled in crafts, market trading, and cultural preservation. Their traditional attire is colorful and distinct, often enhanced with beautiful beads and head wraps. Education is highly valued among the Owerri people. They take pride in nurturing scholars, professionals, and creative talents. This strong emphasis on education has helped Owerri maintain its reputation as a hub of learning and innovation. And lastly, Owerri people are known for their strong connection to tradition and spirituality. Yes, these are important part of our culture, tradition and spirituality. Yeah, despite modernization, we are in the modern times. A lot of people say, "Ah, we are in the modern times," but they still maintain their ancestral customs, respect for elders, and spiritual practices that ground their community. Where people are the perfect blend of tradition and progress, warmth and ambition, artistry and entrepreneurship. A community you would want to visit and never forget. Now let's talk about culture. Because where culture is not a museum relic, it's lived. One of the most profound cultural events is the Owerri Festival, held every July to August. And this sacred celebration lasts 33 days and it's exclusively celebrated by the indigents of Owerri. And it is not a tourist event. It is a spiritual reconnection. Remember, I always say on the show, you should know more about these places before you visit. It is not a tourist event, it's a spiritual reconnection. So, if you're a tourist, you want to go to Owerri, you can't attend this festival since it's not for tourists. And at the heart of this festival is the Eze Oweri, the traditional monarch. His arrival at the ancestral Ugu Ekwema shrine is greeted with gongs, flutes, and these timeless chants. And the festival reaffirms unity, remembers the dead, and celebrates the land, and renews ancestral vows. It includes ritual sacrifice, ancestral dance, poetic chants, and community feasting. The highlight is the Iriji, which is the New Yam festival, where the oldest yam is shared among the clan as a sign of blessings and continuity. Owerri Adigbo music is more than entertainment. It is history snug with rhythm. It is performed with talking drums, wooden flutes, and sometimes with just the clapping of hands. Adigbo songs carry satire, praise, warning, and wisdom. Another cultural site is the Mbari Cultural Center, an open air shrine filled with life size sculptures of deities, humans, animals, and myths. It is not a place for worship but for honor and memory. Ella, the earth goddess, is represented here in full glory. Yes, that is a place, the cultural center is a place you can visit, and every sculpture tells a story. Some sculpture depicts traditional Igbo weddings, others show market women or mythological animals. It's a cultural textbook written in clay. We also have the Nwautu Obibi Festival, celebrated in Owerri, and it marks the transition of young boys to manhood. It's time when family, identity, and heritage are taught and embraced. And when you're in Owerri, and you're never far from traditional dance group rehearsing in a courtyard or a village elder ready to recount ancestral stories under a mango tree. These are things you love to explore and see for yourself. And yes, the places to visit are the Okuta Lake, 1 hour from Owerri. It's the Nigerian second largest freshwater lake, blue water, untouched shores, and boat rides that glide like dreams. We also have the Maria Assumpta Cathedral. This architectural wonder towers over Owerri, built in the 1950s. It is a serene haven and a spiritual anchor for the city's Catholic majority. If you are a Christian, a Catholic that you want to visit Owerri, yes, the Maria Assumpta Cathedral is the place to visit. And we also have the Eke Uku Owerri Market, cultural haven and marketplace. Spices, fabrics, craft, and conventions swell here in an unending reading. Yes, there's also the National Museum in Owerri, home to rich artifacts including ancient Igbo bronze work, warrior attire, and farming tools that tells a story of survival and ingenuity. And also, lastly, we have Dan Anyam Stadium. It's a hub for football matches and young gathering named after the first national team captain. If you're a football fan, coming into Nigeria, going to Owerri to visit, yes, these are places. This Dan Anyam Stadium is the place for you to visit. And remember, like I always say, food is very important. You know, a hungry man is an angry man. So if you're in Owerri, you can try the Ofe Owerri, the king of Igbo soup made with cocoyam, uziza, okazi leaves, assorted meat, snails, and stockfish, rich, spicy, and healthy. You can also try the ukwa, which is African breadfruit. It's nutty, filling, and high in protein. We also have nkwobi and isiewu. I know a lot of people must have heard about this nkwobi and isiewu before. Yes, and it's a spicy cow foot and goat head dish. And it's best served with cold palm wine. Tasty, tasty. And we have the abacha and uba. I know a lot of people must have seen this abacha, but don't really know it's abacha. Yes, it is a traditional African salad. This is our African salad, not the foreign salad, you know. It's the African salad that balances crunch, spice, and flavor. And also, they have the ofada rice and sauce. With native stew, it's common favorite in urban Owerri. So if you're going to Owerri, these are the food, the local dish you can try. You can't go to a place and explore without eating their local dish. No, your journey it's not complete without going through their restaurant to test their local dish. And tourism tips: when visiting during festival months, July and September, for a full cultural experience, always greet elders with Ndewo, which is well done, and Kedu, which is how are you, and carry some cash, as many local vendors are not digital. You would say, oh, I only do transfer. No, always carry cash so you won't get stranded with trying to make transfers. And dress modestly if you're visiting rural areas or during sacred events. Be open to try native dishes. Like I always say, food is culture in Owerri. And learn a few Igbo phrases. Even simple greetings bring big smile.
asị na ụkpaka nọ n'oge ya ọgbawa maka na onye ọbụla bịa n'elu ụwa ga-enwerịrị ilo ga na-agba mbọ na-apịa left and right na-apịa front and back mana eje enu ji ana ife onye ga-abụ ka ọ ga-abụrịrị.
Yes, as we come to the end of our journey through this cultural heaven, remember, Owerri is not just a destination, it's an invitation to see, to feel, to dance, to taste, to remember who we are. Whether it's the voices of the Adigbo singers, the bold taste of Ofe Owerri, or the soft evening winds by Oguta Lake, Owerri leaves a mark on your soul. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Special thanks to our producer, Yaya Deshola Salami. I am Paul Eteng, and you have been listening to Nigeria's Hidden Gem. Tune in next week, same time, same station, as we unlock another dazzling chapter of Nigeria's rich and radiant story. Till then, stay curious, stay connected, and stay proud. Ndewonu.